An NBA veteran's father sounded off on his son's role within Eastern Conference power. Another chapter was added to the NFL's best rivalry, and one MLB team was actually playing football on Saturday night. Let's take a look back at the weekend that was in sports. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Yes, thank you, everybody out there. Yeah, I see you back there. Yes, all right, be quiet now. We got a show to do. Welcome in to the last weekend in sports, where I catch you up on the major storylines you might have missed over a busy weekend. I, of course, am your Monday morning quarterback, Scott Procter. Before we get into today's show, be sure to stay tuned to the end to find out who I award the Weekend Warrior, as well as give a shout out to an organization that's giving back. But first and foremost, I want to give a happy birthday shout out to a loyal watcher, commenter, supporter, and the best dad in the world. My Pops, happy birthday, Pops. Love you, my man. And since we're talking about dads, let's continue to do so, shall we? Tobias Harris, the father of Philadelphia 76ers forward Tobias Harris, was recently on the Business of Sports podcast and was asked if he thinks his son, Tobias Harris, is used properly. Here's what Papa Harris had to say. Quote, "Personally, I don't think so. The reason I say that, well, Tobias is an assassin scorer. I mean, they can't stop him. Nobody in the league can stop him. So he's proven that over his career, when he was with the Clippers, he was an assassin scorer. And then LA traded him because they got too good. So they traded him to the Sixers. Ever since the Sixers, they put him in the corner," end quote. Those interesting comments, to say the least, come during a time when the Sixers are reportedly exploring trade opportunities for Harris, who's entering the final year of his contract. It's a move Papa Harris is seemingly hoping for, but it won't happen, at least at this point, since 76ers general manager Daryl Morey is reportedly asking for, quote, outrageous packages in return, end quote, like a Cavaliers package that includes Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and a draft pick. As crazy as that potential trade package sounds, and as crazy as it sounds to call Tobias Harris an assassin scorer, the latter makes a little bit of sense when you realize that not only is Terrell the father of Tobias Harris, he's also his agent. And as his agent, Terrell probably knows that the 76ers are 83-40 when Tobias scores 20 plus points. So Pops, he might actually have a point, especially when Tobias attempted his fewest shots per game this season since when he was a Detroit Piston. You tell me in the comments if Tobias Harris has a point. But moving on from the NBA to the NFL, and specifically the NFL's best rivalry at the moment between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The recent offseason back and forth between the last two AFC champions began when Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow humbly declared Chiefs superstar Patrick Mahomes as the best quarterback in the NFL. Days later, Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase was asked his opinion on the question and understandably said his quarterback Joe Burrow is the NFL's best. When reporters told Chase that Burrow's answer was Pat Mahomes, Chase responded by saying, "Pat who?" Word got back to Mr. Mahomes, who hilariously posted a photo at the Chiefs ring ceremony with both his Super Bowl rings and a caption that read, "That's who." That's right there is how you handle trash talk when you're the best of the best. Nothing too crazy, but just loud enough to get your message across. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce weighed in last week on his New Heights podcast with his brother Jason and had this to say, quote, "Shout out to Jamar Chase for holding it down for his QB, but don't you ever disrespect Pat Mahomes now.
Put some respect on it.
If you want to talk your pimp, just better back it up," end quote. Ooh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for New Year's Eve when these two teams meet up again in Week 17. The top two quarterbacks in the league, the top two teams in the AFC, and plenty of trash talk to go around. If anybody can talk trash, it's Jamar Chase. But if there's anyone I would not talk trash to, it's Patrick Mahomes. But moving on, if you can't already tell, man, I miss football dearly. But we got a glimpse of it on Saturday night in Denver. The Los Angeles Angels beat the Colorado Rockies Let me check my notes here. 25-1 on Saturday night, setting franchise records in both runs and hits with 28 of them things. The 24-run differential is the largest win in MLB since the Rangers beat the Orioles by 27 back in 2007. Every Angels starter had at least one hit, one RBI, and one run scored. And while Mike Trout hit his 17th home run of the season in the 3-touchdown blowout, Angels superstar Shohei Ohtani actually went just 1 for 7. But don't worry, he still leads the Angels in hits, batting average, RBIs, on-base percentage, triples, home runs, total bases, stolen bases, slugging percentage. It's a lot, I know, I ain't even done yet. Quality starts, wins, innings pitched, ERA, strikeouts, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani, that man is like that. We've never, ever, ever seen a talent like him, so you better enjoy it. But even with the Angels' 25-1 beatdown and outscoring Colorado 32-12 over the weekend, the Rockies still actually won this series. They actually took 2 out of 3. But luckily for LA, they didn't leave Denver without anything.
I'm leaving here with something.
After Saturday night's game, the Angels acquired veteran corner infielder Mike Moustakas from the Rockies in a rare mid-series trade. Moustakas has been on 5 playoff teams and was the starting third baseman for the Kansas City Royals when they won the 2015 World Series. He'll try to help the Angels reach the postseason for the first time since 2014. But as we wrap up here with our weekend warrior, I just got this to say, man. I tried to tell y'all a couple weeks ago that Elly De La Cruz was coming when he said he was the fastest man on the planet, and he is my weekend warrior for this week. On Friday, Elly the Red, as our producer loves to call him, he gave us more evidence when the Cincinnati Reds rookie hit for the cycle, becoming the first Cincinnati Red to do that since 1989 and the youngest player in MLB to do it since 1972. The list of 21-year-olds to hit for the cycle and steal a base in the same game: Mike Trout and Elly De La Cruz. That's the entirety of the list. Elly, that man is special, and this is just the beginning for him. Watching that man round the bases with his track-like speed is just mesmerizing. Shohei Ohtani, he's the show right now in the MLB, but it'll soon be Elly's league. But for right now, he's my weekend warrior. Lastly, though, as always, we have to give a round of applause to our nonprofit spotlight of the week. This week, it's Big Brothers Big Sisters Independence. Big Brothers Big Sisters serves as an integral part of the communities in Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey as well. That is nearly 1,700 children annually that the organization assists to help them be more successful both academically as well as socially. It's truly a great organization serving a broad community. But go check out our recent Proctor's Point of View, where I discuss the Chargers and the rookie wide receiver who could quickly become a star. But catch us here for Last Weekend in Sports every single Monday. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.